Well, good morning. Today we're going to do a wheel bearing on a 2005 Chevy 3/4 ton four-wheel drive. And because it's cold and you can see I'm not in the shop, we're not going to do the tripod game, but I'll show you what we're after and how quick it can be done. I'll try to time myself. So block up the vehicle safely and securely. Take your wheels off. Of course, I got 2 nuts left. And I'm gonna, this is what you're replacing it with. This is one I pulled out another truck that was new and got wrecked, but a new one looks the same thing. So this is your wheel bearing assembly. Your bearing is on the inside. It's held on by 4 bolts, 15mm socket on those, and then there's a little hubcap, as you can see here. And in behind there is where the CV joint axle comes. The CV axle comes through and is held on with your, what is it, 36mm or some stupid thing, somewhere between 1 1/8 and 1 7/16 in a standard size. So block it up, take the wheel off, take the hubcap off, get the nut loose, take the brakes off, take the rotor off, unbolt the bolts from the back, and then do it. So I'll probably just take some short videos step by step. Everyone should know how to take the wheels off already, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. Okay, wheel off. You can see that this is a very bad wheel bearing. So you're going to take this hubcap off, get in there with a tiny little chisel between here and here, and work that out without bashing and ripping everything apart. So you're going to tap in there, take that out. Then we're going to take the brakes off. So first you pull your caliper off, which is a 17mm. Then you take the rest of the assembly off. I think it's a 21mm. And at that point, you make sure you hang this up somewhere so you don't tear your brake line off. Take this off. Then your rotor should come off, and you still have to take your nut off. Also, you have to remember that your ABS wire has to be disconnected. It's like a weather pack fitting where you've got your little clip to open that up. Hey, rotors are taken off. It's a little bit of a fiddle to get them off the calipers. A little bit to fiddle to get them off of the rotors, because the brakes are a little snug. So you get in there with a bar and pry back the piston just a tiny bit. It's actually 18mm, and these other bolts here, like that one, and I can't see it. They're 13/16 or 21mm, but that one there in the center. Difficult time trying to break that loose. I got a good wrench on there and hammered it a couple times, and now they're free. So then I'll take this off here, then the whole rotor will come off. Well, those are a fight. I don't know what the rules are, but copper coat is your friend, in my opinion. Hey, now I have a sore hand here. I bashed my hand the other day. I'm not sure if I want to do this with my sore hand. Okay, rotor off. Now we get in there with a little chisel carefully and tap, tap, tap. Oh, you see all that crap around there? Magnetic. You see these filings? That'll be crap from a bearing piling up. This is the back side of those nuts you got to take off, the 17mm ones from there. So there's 1, 2, and then 2 on the opposite side. Anyway, we'll break this nut off now, or this off. But I don't have a tripod that'll stand right here with me. A couple tiny little taps. I was surprised. Hey, now we put our socket on here and rattle that sucker off of there. That's snugged up hard. Well, that was a big struggle. Block it in here and long bar and all that kind of stuff to break her loose. And about the time I was getting worried, we win. So now, if this is snug, you put the nut back on there and tap on the end of this to get it through the spline, right? So put the nut back on, tap it here to make sure that it's not seized between here and here. And then I can shove the CV axle back away from it when I get it loose. Okay, these two, I'm surprised, were relatively easy to break. I just put a breaker bar on and then got on there and tapped them and they come loose. So I'll just put an impact on them now. Friggin' zoom. I'll put an impact on them now, rattle them out, then I'll spin the hub the other way and get the other two. Alright, last bolt out. Let's see what happens. You know what should happen is you should be working between there and with a bar. Maybe I won't be able to do it while you're watching. Yeah, I'll have to get in there with both hands just to wiggle that off, because the axle's free, so I can't do it with one hand. Okay, a little bit of wiggling right here with the bar. Off she comes. I think my phone says there's only 1 minute left of, no, 1 hour left of space. Okay, now put it all back together. Well, there we have her back together. Hour and 20 minutes total with all the hassles and cold weather and fiddling around. So now move on, well, put her back together and drive home. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was a little bit helpful to somebody.